For generations, wise observers have studied human behavior, refining their ability to recognize patterns of attraction and unspoken emotions. Among these, some of the most subtle yet powerful cues come from women who often communicate interest without uttering a single word. If you've ever wondered whether she's waiting for you to make a move, chances are she's already sending you signals. You just need to know what to look for. Throughout this discussion, we'll uncover 7 unmistakable signs that indicate she's hoping for you to take action. Stay with me until the very end, so you don't overlook the subtle but crucial details. Before we jump in, take a second to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever picked up on any of these signals in your own experiences? What her feet reveal about her true intentions. Most people focus on obvious body language cues, facial expressions, hand movements, or posture, but they often ignore one of the most telling indicators: foot positioning. While it might not seem significant, the direction of her feet can expose her true emotions without her being aware of it. Unlike a smile or a deliberate glance, which can be controlled or even faked, the feet naturally align with a person's genuine focus. If she unconsciously turns her feet toward you, it's a clear sign that she's drawn in. Even when engaged in conversation with others, her body may be instinctively signaling who she's most interested in. The philosophers of old, particularly the Stoics, were keen observers of nonverbal communication. They believed that a person's actions often reveal more than their words ever could. One of their key insights was that people unconsciously orient themselves toward what captivates them most. If she's in a group and her feet remain directed at you, she may be paying more attention to your presence than the discussion happening around her. Consider what this means. She might be chatting casually, laughing with friends, or maintaining a neutral expression, yet her feet could be giving away her true feelings. This small but revealing gesture is especially significant in social settings where distractions are plenty. If her feet are persistently facing your direction, despite the lively environment, it's not a coincidence. It's a subconscious sign that she's focused on you. Her feet act as a silent guide, pointing toward what she finds most engaging. If you ever feel uncertain about her interest, pay close attention to this understated yet powerful cue. You may discover that she's been waiting for you to make a move all along. 1. The hidden clues in her body language that most people overlook. Imagine yourself at a lively social gathering. Conversations are flowing, laughter fills the air, and she's in the middle of it all, chatting with friends, smiling, seemingly lost in the moment. But while her words and expressions suggest she's engaged in the conversation, there's one detail that gives away where her true attention lies. Her feet. If they're subtly angled in your direction, even from across the room, that's no coincidence. Her body is revealing something her words might not. She's drawn to you, whether she realizes it or not. A keen observer, like the great thinkers of the past, would notice this instantly. The Stoics, known for their deep understanding of human nature, believed that actions speak louder than words, especially the unconscious ones. If her feet are positioned toward you, it's a telltale sign of interest, a message she may not even be aware she's sending. But what happens when the opposite is true? When her feet point away, a warning sign. You shouldn't ignore. While feet facing toward you indicate engagement, the opposite can reveal something just as important. If she's smiling, laughing, even making conversation with you, but her feet are aimed toward the exit or another person, it's a signal that shouldn't go unnoticed. Her body may be preparing to move away, even if her words suggest otherwise. Think of it this way: the subconscious mind often acts before the conscious one catches up. If her feet are directed elsewhere, she may be mentally distancing herself even as she continues talking. This doesn't always mean disinterest, but it's a clue that she might not be as invested in the moment as you are. The power of noticing. what others miss. What makes this signal so intriguing is that it's easy to overlook. Unlike an obvious lingering touch or a playful tease, foot positioning is subtle, something most people never think to check. But once you start paying attention, you'll see it everywhere. It can tell you whether she's drawn to you or merely being polite. If you ever find yourself wondering where you stand with her, don't rely on words or facial expressions alone. Take a quick glance at her feet. Are they turned toward you, subtly pulling you into her space? If so, she may be waiting for you to make your move. On the other hand, if they're angled away, especially if combined with other distancing behaviors, it might be time to reconsider your approach. The ancient philosophers believed that everything has meaning, including the unspoken language of the body. If she's interested, her posture will reflect it. If she's not, her body will quite literally point in another direction. So the next time you're trying to gauge her interest, don't just focus on what she's saying or how she's smiling. Instead, notice the smallest, most telling detail. Where her feet are pointing, that subtle shift could be the clearest answer you've been looking for. 2. Recognizing the invitation. Hidden in her words. When a woman casually mentions she has some free time, it might seem like small talk, but it's often much more than that. Beneath the surface, she could be offering you a golden opportunity to take the next step. Many men overlook this subtle cue, missing a chance to move things forward simply because they don't realize what's happening. In ancient philosophy, particularly in Stoicism, timing was everything. The concept of kairos, the opportune moment, taught that success depended on knowing when to act. Women rarely express their interest in direct ways, so when she hints at her availability, it's a way of testing whether you'll recognize the opportunity or let it slip by. If she casually drops a line like, "I don't have any plans this weekend," or "I'm free after work," she's likely giving you a green light. It's her indirect way of saying, "Now's your chance. What are you going to do about it?" While she may not want to be too obvious, she's making it easy for you to take the lead. But here's where things get tricky. If she opens this door and you hesitate or ignore it, she may take it as a sign that you're not interested or that you lack the confidence to step up. This moment isn't just about making plans, it's also about how she perceives your ability to act with certainty. Women pay attention to how a man handles these subtle invitations, and if you miss them too often, her interest could begin to fade. That said, not every mention of free time is an open invitation. If she's talking about how exhausted she is from work and sighs, "I finally have some time to relax," she might just be venting. In that case, your best move isn't to suggest a date, but to listen and acknowledge her frustration. However, if she says, "I don't have any plans this weekend," while looking at you expectantly, she's probably hoping you'll take the hint. The way she says it, the tone, the timing, the unspoken pause can tell you everything you need to know. What many men don't realize is that these opportunities don't last forever. If she subtly signals that she's available and you do nothing, she might assume you're uninterested and move on. No one likes feeling ignored, and women won't keep dropping hints indefinitely. The key is to act with confidence. Don't hesitate, don't overthink, and don't miss the moment. If she's making it clear that she's open to spending time with you, take the lead and make plans. If you don't, someone else will, and by then the chance may be gone for good. 3. Understanding the hidden invitations in her interests. When a woman shares details about her favorite activities, she's doing more than just filling the conversation. She's offering you a glimpse into her world. This isn't idle chatter, it's a subtle invitation. She's giving you valuable insight into what excites her, what makes her feel alive, and most importantly, how you can become a part of those experiences. The Stoics emphasize the importance of observing small details because they often reveal deeper truths. In the same way, a woman may not directly say, "I want to spend time with you," but she'll talk about the things she loves. These casual remarks serve as clues, pieces of a puzzle that, when put together, reveal an opportunity for you to take the next step. If she mentions, "I love hiking, but I haven't gone in a while," or says, "There's this new coffee shop I've been wanting to check out," don't brush it off as random conversation. She's giving you an opening, a way to connect with her in a meaningful way. Recognizing these moments and acting on them is what separates those who make a lasting impression from those who simply fade into the background, turning conversation into connection. Listening is good, but action is what truly counts. The Stoics believed that knowledge without action is meaningless, and the same applies here. If she brings up her love for a particular activity, take the initiative. Don't just acknowledge it, use it. Suggest going on that hike she's been missing or visiting that coffee shop she's been curious about. This simple yet thoughtful move sets you apart from others who merely nod along without following through. However, her hints go beyond just sharing personal interests. They're also a subtle way of seeing if you're willing to step into her world. When she talks about her hobbies, she's gauging whether you'll take the opportunity to create shared experiences. Failing to acknowledge these hints may make her feel like you're uninterested in truly getting to know her. Why timing matters? Recognizing these signals is only part of the equation. Timing plays a crucial role as well. If she expresses an interest in an activity, don't wait too long to suggest doing it together. Hesitation or indifference can make her feel like her efforts to connect with you are being ignored. And that's one of the fastest ways to lose her interest. The key is to be present, pay attention, and take action when the opportunity arises. Whether it's a weekend camping trip, a cooking class, or a visit to her favorite bookstore, these shared experiences create lasting memories and deepen your connection. A woman who gives you these hints is offering you a way into her life. Don't miss the chance to step in. The silent art of attraction, what her subtle adjustments reveal. There's something undeniably captivating about the way a woman carries herself when she's in the presence of someone she's drawn to. You might not hear it in her words, but if you look closely, her body language tells a different story. Have you ever noticed her smoothing out her dress, tucking a loose strand of hair behind her ear, or adjusting her jewelry as you approach? These aren't just idle movements. They're subtle signals, whispers of attraction spoken through her gestures rather than her lips. In the philosophy of the Stoics, true understanding comes from keen observation. They believed that the most profound truths are often hidden in the smallest details, and when it comes to attraction, this couldn't be more accurate. A woman who instinctively tidies her appearance in your presence is not just fixing her clothes, she's ensuring that she looks her best for you. These unconscious movements are a sign of heightened awareness, a reflection of her desire to leave an impression. Why these small gestures speak volumes. Nervous energy and excitement often manifest through tiny, seemingly insignificant actions. If she weren't thinking about you, she wouldn't be so aware of how she looks. When a woman likes someone, her body naturally responds, straightening her posture, adjusting her necklace, or even playing with the hem of her sleeve. It's as if her subconscious is urging her to present the best version of herself. But it's not just about appearances. These moments of self-adjustment reveal something deeper. Her interest, her attraction, and perhaps even her anticipation of your attention. Women communicate attraction in ways far more nuanced than men. While you might be waiting for bold words or direct flirtation, she's already speaking to you through these delicate, almost imperceptible signs. How you should respond. A man who truly understands attraction doesn't just listen to words. He reads between the lines, picking up on the subtleties that others overlook. When you notice her making these adjustments, take it as a beautiful, unspoken invitation. Acknowledge her presence with warmth, engage with confidence, and respond to her cues in a way that makes her feel both seen and appreciated. Attraction isn't always loud. It's often a quiet dance of subtle movements and stolen glances. The next time you see her fidgeting with her bracelet or smoothing out invisible creases, don't mistake it for nervous habit. She's not just fixing her appearance, she's revealing her interest. And if you can recognize that, you'll know exactly how to step into the moment with the same effortless charm that caught her attention in the first place. The language of touch when she wants you. Closer. Few things are as powerful as touch when it comes to attraction. It's an unspoken connection, a bridge between two people that words often fail to cross. When a woman finds subtle ways to make contact, whether it's a light touch on your arm, a playful nudge, or a lingering brush of her fingers, it's rarely by accident. This is her way of closing the emotional and physical space between you, signaling that she's drawn to your presence. A man who understands the depth of human interaction knows that touch is never meaningless. While some women are naturally touchy with everyone, true attraction is revealed through consistency. If she keeps finding excuses to touch you throughout the conversation, adjusting your collar, tapping your hand as she laughs, or resting her palm on your shoulder for just a second longer than necessary, these are clear signs that she's testing the waters, hoping you'll respond in kind. Understanding the intent behind her touch. Stoic philosophy teaches that every action has purpose, even the smallest ones. When she reaches for you, however subtly, it's not just about casual friendliness, it's about connection. The way she interacts physically can reveal more than her words ever will. If she's drawn to you, her body will naturally seek ways to break the invisible barrier between you both. But here's where your awareness matters. Not every touch is an invitation, and reading the context is key. A one-time pat on the back might be innocent, but repeated, intentional touches signal something deeper. If she's actively closing the space between you, it's likely because she wants you to take things further. How to respond without hesitation. A confident man doesn't ignore these signals. He recognizes them and moves with intention. When she reaches out, don't be afraid to reciprocate in a way that feels natural and unforced. A light touch on her hand when making a point, a playful nudge in return, or gently placing your hand on her lower back as you guide her through a crowd. These small gestures reinforce the connection she's initiating. Attraction is a delicate dance, and touch is one of its most powerful rhythms. If she's consistently finding ways to be close, she's giving you an opening. Step into it with confidence, and you'll discover just how much can be said without a single word. 6. She finds a way to talk to you. The unspoken invitation. Have you ever noticed that no matter the situation, she always seems to find a way to start a conversation with you? Whether it's a simple, "How's your day going?" or something more specific like, "I saw this and thought of you," these aren't just casual remarks. When a woman is genuinely interested, she'll make the effort to talk to you, even if it's just about small things. In the world of Stoic philosophy, communication, both spoken and unspoken, was seen as a crucial way to understand and connect with others. A Stoic observer wouldn't just listen to what is being said, but would also pay close attention to the intention behind it. A woman who is interested in you won't just talk for the sake of talking. She's subtly drawing you into her world, offering you a chance to step in closer. Every conversation is a clue. A woman who likes you won't just sit back and wait for you to make all the moves. She'll initiate conversations, no matter how small. Maybe she asks about your weekend, sends you a funny meme, or brings up a topic she knows you're passionate about. These are not coincidences. She's creating opportunities to connect. Even in group settings, she'll subtly shift the conversation toward you. She'll ask for your opinion, laugh a little louder at your jokes, or find ways to keep you engaged. A woman who's drawn to you will make sure that you feel included in her world, even if the conversation starts as something simple. But it's not just about how often she talks to you, it's about what she says and how she reacts. Does she ask follow-up questions that show genuine curiosity? Does she lean in when you speak, making sure to catch every word? If she shares details about her personal life, her dreams, and her thoughts, she's offering you something valuable, an invitation to understand her on a deeper level. What you should do about it? Most men fail to recognize these subtle attempts. They assume she's just being polite or friendly, but a Stoic thinker would know better. Every interaction has meaning. If she keeps coming back to talk to you, it's a sign she wants you to take things further. So what should you do? Don't just keep the conversation on the surface. Take the lead and guide it towards something deeper. Find out what excites her, what makes her laugh, and what she truly cares about. Women don't just crave conversation, they crave connection. When she consistently makes the effort to talk to you, don't just respond, engage, make her feel heard, and most importantly, recognize that she's waiting for you to take the next step. 7. She plays with her jewelry, the silent signal of attraction. You're talking to her and suddenly, she starts twirling her necklace, adjusting her ring, or brushing her fingers against her bracelet. It seems like an absent-minded gesture, but is it? The truth is, when a woman plays with her jewelry in your presence, it's often a subconscious sign of attraction. The Stoics believe that human behavior is never random. Every action, no matter how small, has meaning. Just like a philosopher would look for hidden truths in everyday moments, you need to recognize that this simple act might be saying more than words ever could. Why women do this without realizing? When a woman is drawn to someone, her body naturally reacts in ways she may not even be aware of. Playing with jewelry is often linked to nervous energy, the kind of excitement and anticipation that comes with being around someone she likes. This isn't just a random fidgeting habit, it's her body's way of processing the attraction she feels toward you. Think about it. She could be sitting still, listening calmly, but when she starts twisting a ring or tracing her fingers along her necklace, something has shifted. It's a moment of self-awareness, a sign that she's focused on how she appears to you. And whether she realizes it or not, she's drawing your attention to delicate, attractive areas, her neck, wrists, and hands, all of which are naturally alluring. How to read the signs. Not all fidgeting means attraction, so the key is to observe when she does it. If she only plays with her jewelry when she's deep in conversation with you, that's a powerful clue. If it happens when the conversation gets more personal, or when she's looking at you with heightened focus, that's an even stronger sign. Also watch how she does it. Is it a quick adjustment, or does she linger on the motion? Is it accompanied by other flirtatious signs like smiling, holding eye contact, or leaning closer? These subtle behaviors, when combined, paint a clear picture of her interest in you. What you should do next. Now that you know what to look for, the next step is simple: respond. If you notice her playing with her jewelry while talking to you, don't ignore it. Keep the conversation engaging, add a touch of humor, or find a way to subtly reciprocate the energy she's giving off. Confidence is key here. The more at ease she feels around you, the more these subconscious actions will intensify. Women communicate their attraction in ways that aren't always direct, but once you learn to recognize these subtle signals, you'll never miss another opportunity again. The next time she starts playing with her necklace or adjusting her bracelet while you talk, don't brush it off as nothing. It's an unspoken invitation. And in the world of attraction, those silent messages often speak the loudest, with the power of paying attention. Attraction isn't always loud or obvious. It often exists in the smallest, most subtle moments. Women don't always express interest in the same direct ways that men do, but when you know what to look for, the signs become crystal clear. If you want to build a real connection, you have to start by noticing the way she finds reasons to talk to you, the way she fidgets with her jewelry, the small gestures and expressions. These are all hints waiting to be picked up. And when you recognize them, you put yourself in a position to respond confidently, deepen the connection, and take things further. So next time you're with a woman, slow down and pay attention. The signals are there. You just have to be sharp enough to catch them. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever noticed these signs before? What's your experience with subtle attraction cues? Let us know below, and we'll see you in the next video.